Good morning, everyone. It is the early morning. Monday, February 24th of 2025. We've got a lot going on this week. Now, this is the video that I promised you yesterday, which was Sunday, the 23rd. But I wanted to meditate on it a little bit because of our EVP session with John's Energy on Saturday, and I'll link that right up here. You can go in there and see some of the words like Jackson, like video, tape, airport, some important words. I mean, there's a lot of words. So, my darlings, I want to check in on the status of the case. I want to see the direction we're going. And you and I both know that we are definitely So here we are. Welcome, everyone. I'm Lady Zelda with Seeing Crime. We've been seeing crime. We've been seeing corruption as well, in my opinion. And before we get started, I just want you to know that I am not law enforcement. I'm certainly far from being a lawyer. I'm not any professional as far as fire or expert, except I am a tarot professional. I am a psychic medium, and I am here to give us some insight. But you know, this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? If you know, you know. So it's just for us to discuss things and be distracted and bide our time until the big things happen, which is right around the corner. So we're going to get started today. Kipper deck, Mythic Tarot, Piotnik deck, and the fire element. Now, there are some things surfacing. We're getting ready to head into March, which is going to be coming in like a lion and definitely going out like a lamb. Coming in like a lion, not only with situations and circumstances, but with weather as well. That will affect a lot of these things because, you know, the weather affects your moods and so on and so on and so on. So here we are. Let me know what you see in the cloth. Oh, big energy today. Huge, big energy. And you know what? I really don't know why I've been whispering because, well, there's no reason for me to whisper. The kitties are happy. They've had their breakfast. And I'm having my coffee with you. And one of my favorite mugs that says Camellia because I love that flower. So grab your cup of coffee, grab your tea. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. We are getting started with the Kipper deck today. So I'm going to do this a little differently. Spirits, guides, angels, we're asking that you bring forward some guidance and direction onto where the Karen Reed case is going. We know John's energy is just lingering. We're going to cut the deck first. Yes, John's energy is lingering. Oh my goodness. I mean, after all, we couldn't have planned. I couldn't have planned that. That looks like John to me. That is John. We're going to cut the deck again and see what else comes up. Oh. What? I have chills. This is Karen. John and Karen. Okay. This is going to be a big week, everyone. Huge week. Stay tuned. And definitely, it's all about Karen. That's basically what it is. It's all about Karen this week. If that doesn't amaze you, then okay, you can click off and go somewhere else, but I don't think you will. So while you're doing that, please do me a favor, subscribe, like. Let's get these videos out there so people can see. This is amazing to me. Okay, so here we go, my darlings. That definitely was something. It gave me chills. It did give me chills. There is a lot of energy this morning. First card out. It is the courtship, definitely. Poverty. Message of concern. Let me say this, okay, my darlings? Let me say this. Some of you have contacted me privately through your comments, and you're saying, I am so scared. I am so worried. There's nothing to be scared about. There's nothing to be worried about. I can tell you this. Karen's defense team is not scared or worried. They're not. What I will tell you is this. As this goes on further, many of you, and I'm seeing these comments flying all over the place. Where is the FBI? Where are the feds? Where are this? Where are these? Are they going to let Karen go through this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? They originally came to Boston and the outlying areas because they saw a problem with possible corruption. I'm going to say it that way. That's why they are there. The big target is the big meatball. He's the target. Most likely that's why he did the hostage video, as we called it. When you're guilty, you just keep tripping up. That's how it happens. The one thing about the feds is they take their time. They take their bloody time. Why? Because people relax. And just because we don't see anything happening doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Most likely, a lot is happening. It's when it goes quiet is when people need to be concerned. I want you to know that this whole entire situation wrapped around this DA office and all this law enforcement, in my opinion, goes so deep and spreads so wide that they cannot just concentrate on one. They're going to concentrate on a nucleus, and unfortunately, that nucleus spreads and politically spreads to some top-level officials. They're going to take their time. They're going through emails. They're going through texts. They're going through, and unfortunately, Karen is on the forefront of all of this and in the middle, but it is proving more and more and more to them. The only thing that I will say is this. The bigger you are, the harder you'll fall. I'm going to say it again. The bigger you are, the harder you'll fall. Using someone like Karen and even Turtle Boy, and you see what happens, because every time they try to do something slimy, there's something good that comes out of it. Look at Turtle Boy. Look what he found out. Every time somebody tries to do something slimy and filled with evil, the truth comes out. The truth is going to set her free. So try not to worry, because you see, the CW here has been courting this, engaged with this particular case for quite some time, and they want to continue because they have this stubborn ego that they just have to prove that they're right. It's not about Karen and proving that she did something. They're proving that they're right. They are protecting their witnesses. It's not about proving the facts. And you can see this. This poverty card should tell you something. And what it should tell you is they have nothing. They literally have nothing. They made such a big deal about getting the navigation system, so as it is, the Inform system with the Lexus. They have it. There ain't nothing there. That's why they're squirming to get all the notes from Ted Daniel. That's why they're squirming to impound everything. That's why they're just squirming. The message of concern. This message of concern card has been coming out for quite some time. And I don't know about you, but I'm here to see that message of dismissal, the motion for dismissal coming from the defense. I believe we're going to be seeing so much more come out of this than meets the eye. And then we'll really see how slimy they are. There's more coming. There's two big, in my book, in my opinion, there's two big major things about to happen. So let's set these, this sets our foundation. Now, we have this Mythic Tarot, and it seems to gravitate toward this particular case. That's why we use this cards. This is why there's a lot of symbology in these cards. And there was a card, I think, that just flipped over, and it was the Hanged Man. Now, it is in reverse, and I don't read reverse. But I may made an exception for this, because the Hanged Man is looking at things from a different perspective and being enlightened when you do so. But coming from the CW, there's not really any enlightenment there. There's not really anything that they're going to see that they haven't seen before, because I'm going to tell you something. Everything that they come up with, they see that they have nothing. So that's why they have to dig. It's called desperation. Okay? Okay? Here we are. And another reverse. But I don't read reverse. And I don't like to read reverse. Because I'm going to tell you this. We have enough negative. And when reverse cards start coming up, it causes fear and panic. That's my way of doing it. I've had other card readers come to me and tell me blah, 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 blah. Well, you do you, my darling. It's okay. I've got 50 years in this business. It's okay. When you have 50, talk to me. Okay? Queen of Pentacles. This is Karen as well. And you see, she's sitting there, but there is a healing in her financial house. There's a healing. Another one. What the heck? We're going to turn my deck. That would solve it, Zelda. King of Swords. This is Hank Brennan, the king. The person coming out with this interpretation of what he wants to spin as far as the facts are concerned. It is his interpretation because he says he wants something that is fair and balanced. You see that scales of justice there? Couldn't be further from the truth, in my opinion. We're going to take one more. Now, if this one is reverse, I'm going to have to go through these cards. I think it was the way I put them away. You see, it was the way... Okay, that does drive me crazy, by the way. The Knight of Pentacles. There is news that is coming that will affect the Commonwealth financially. It's not good news. Keep that in mind. Okay, we're going to put these to the side. And until I can get them all straightened up. All right. Here we are with this beautiful Lenormand Peonic deck. 36 cards, 6 different languages. And we're going to get the story as it is told. A baby. Constancy or consistency and the judge. Okay. And you hear my cat in the background. And there is another message that is coming. Now, there are some ways we can interpret this, and we're going to check this out. The baby. That is a brand new beginning. Bless you, Bilbo. But there's a brand new beginning here. But at the same time, this is Karen's birth week. Her birthday is Wednesday, the 26th. I also believe we're going to hear some more. That was my cat doing that little noise. We're also going to be hearing more about Sandra Birchmore, because that Sandra Birchmore case is opening a lot of eyes as to Guarino. I like to call him Guantanamo Bay Guarino, right? That's a mouthful. Gitmo Guarino. How's that? Gitmo Guarino, in my opinion. Here we are. Now, the judge is going to be shedding a lot of doubt on Sandra Birchmore. I just want you to know that. And you're going to have to keep your emotions in check, because like I said, this is going to be a week when you just really feel like, take that. She's going to be much better. She's not going to be liking this motion to dismiss at all. But they have a lot of good things behind them. I mean, the defense. Remember a few days that I told you that I felt that appeal to the Supreme, or to the Fed court over the SJC had a few little legs? Everybody's like, no, Zelda, no. It's got some legs. It's got some legs to it, enough to garner the attention of the court. Hank Brennan is going to be compelled, I think ordered, to submit something as to why they need to be continuing on with Karen's case. And quite frankly, it's going to be personal and ridiculous, and it's not going to talk about any evidence that they have. It's going to be very wordy and not talk about any evidence that they have against Karen. The 28th is going to be significant. There's some decisions that are going to be made. This is going to be emotional. But the good thing about all of this is that this card right here is going to cast a lot of suspicion. And that is the idea behind these things. You see, because the defense does not have to prove anything. It is the prosecution that does. They just have to defend themselves over every ridiculous thing that they come out with. The prosecution, in my opinion, has nothing. I don't want you to get upset. Yes, they're all acting crazy and act like they're all in this. They're all in this. This is a risk card. The defense took a risk in doing this, and it's only, I'm going to say, well, in the event that they would need to appeal, if something not so good happened, and I don't see that, but it's what you take, it's the steps you take legally. They don't do it because they think that's going to happen. They do it because that's what they do. That's a strategy that lawyers do. But you know what else it's for? It's to gain the attention of what is happening in this particular case. All right, so let's see. Yes, they've been fixed. All right, so let's see. The Five of Wands. This is the defense now putting up all their boundaries against the snake, against the dragon. They have the fiery ability to ward this thing off in varying degrees. The Two of Pentacles. This is a card in which there can be consistency throughout, and because they are attracting more inconsistencies. Now, this thing with Paul, I read on Paul a long time ago when this frivolous, in my opinion, civil suit came out against Karen and the 2 bars. All of this gains momentum. Does it mean anything? I really don't want to waste my time on Paul. I mean, that sounds ugly, but I just don't. All that does is just show the character and the integrity, which is a big fat 0 of this person, in my opinion. Can they use some of it in testimony? Possibly, but do they even want to go there? They've got better things to do than to nitpick at Paul. It just shows how low he can go, because this isn't a first time and it won't be a last. And if his wife stays, in my opinion, that's her problem. And I'm sorry for the children. The 6 of Cups. This 6 of Cups is all about recalling the memories, recalling the facts, recalling what it is that they need to be doing. This is the defense's strategy. There is two more major things that are coming up, and March will be very significant. Extremely. So, my darlings, get ready for today. There's going to be some more documents, I'm pretty sure, that will bring us some great value, great understanding, great fortune in understanding what is happening. And believe me, the longer that we go on, the longer, let me put it to you this way. The longer this goes on, the closer to the end of the case we get. I feel there's going to be an abrupt ending. Why was Auntie Bev shaking? Why was Hank shaking? LTL Media brought that out. That's not something that I came up with, but in my life, I basically said this. I want you, that clip from where Hank accused the defense of this ARCA stuff, and then Bev ran out of the courtroom for 30 minutes and she came back shaking, and then he admitted that he was wrong and everybody was shaking, and he pounded his little book on the podium, and it was all theatrics, but there was genuine fear. My invitation to you, maybe we'll do this, maybe we will this week, is to go back to that part, review it with no sound and in slow motion, a little slower than normal. And you're going to see, because I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, they were signaled. She was signaled. I feel there was contact from 2 people in her 30-minute little recess. A judge doesn't usually get that boomed up over a little thing like an appeal. They go through this all the time. It's just a matter of sometimes protocol in a case. Something visibly shook her, and she took it out on the defense. That is changing. Nothing is going to change for Karen. She's innocent, regardless of anything that happens from now on. So let's get grip on our emotions. Let's know that we're getting little Easter eggs all over the place. And everything is going to be fine. She's going to walk out of this because I'm looking forward to the civil suits that are coming out. And oh. So, my darlings, thank you so much for being here in the early morning, sharing my coffee with me. And if you'd like to have a reading with me, please check out the links in the description. We now have Kipper decks on the website for sale. If you'd like to have a Kipper deck of your own, I'll put the website right here. And also, thank you so much for your support. I love you guys. It's going to be okay. And I'm sure I'm going to see you somewhere today reviewing documents. I love you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Big hugs to you, okay? Big hugs. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.